Hi, I'm Lyzi, and I was lucky enough this year to be part of the Lexington team, the group of fellows working with the city of Lexington, Kentucky. We've had a truly incredible year, and I'm so glad that I get to talk to you about it today. When we first got to Lexington, we were tasked with by the city with assessing neighborhood health and trying to identify neighborhoods that were going into decline. This was a challenging problem, and we got a chance to talk to people all over the city of Lexington, especially in government, who are touching various parts of this problem, including Jonathan Hollinger, who's the Senior Administrative Officer for the Lexington Department of Planning, Preservation, and Development.
Let me introduce you guys to State Street. This is a street in Lexington. It's a neighborhood that's considered the poster child for the lost cause neighborhood in terms of decline. It's near the University of Kentucky, which means couch burning. Doesn't make a lot of sense at first, but the University of Kentucky students, when our basketball team, the Wildcats, which you just heard about, does well or poorly, the students like to set the couches on fire. So, at first it seems like sort of an odd problem, but if you really look at it, it can be an indicator of neighborhood decline. And when you pair that information with other data sets, you can really start to look at the health of a neighborhood. But how do we do that, and how do we measure neighborhood health?
So we came up with approximately 350 ideas about how we might do this, and I'll list the top 200 of them for you now.
Hold your horses. There's a problem. That problem is that all of this data exists in different data sets, in different systems. Some of them are older than I am. So how do we tell that all of these addresses are the same thing? You and I can tell that 2031 Harrodsburg Road, spelled a little bit differently, is the same, and that if somebody uses some really strange shorthand, that that's also the same. But how do we teach the computer to know that all those data sets, that this is the same address?
Now this, from what Jonathan has said before, it takes government officials a lot of time just to find, clean, connect these data sets that they don't actually have time to listen to the data and what it's saying, as many other projects and people have mentioned in the past. So we thought about this problem, and we postulated, what if we could teach the computer that 2031 Harrodsburg Road and 2031 Old Hburg Road were actually the same place? Then we could let humans do what they do best and find interesting trends in this interconnected data. So we built a tool called Streetscope. Streetscope is a geocoding application that allows humans and computers to search for addresses against the city's existing GIS parcel data set. The application is smart enough to understand the nuances between different spellings of the same address, and it returns not only a geographic location, but also a unique ID number for that address so that it can be easily identified across multiple data sets.
This is invaluable for the city in terms of analyzing our data. It allows us to take a deeper look into what's happening in our neighborhoods. So if we look at State Street again, we see the couch burnings. That may be obvious to us because we know it's a highly student area. But if we start looking at other information, such as foreclosures or code enforcement violations, when we sum all of that information together, we can start to get a better picture of neighborhood health. And that helps us invest the proper resources in the right place to prevent the decline in the first place.
With the help of Streetscope, we were able to deploy the Lexington Housing Dashboard, which shows high-level trends across these data sets in different neighborhoods. So neighborhood associations, council members, and concerned residents can look at how their neighborhood has been doing over time in these areas. And we were also able to deploy CityGram, which we'll hear about in a minute, which is a location-based opt-in notifications tool, so Lexingtonians and other city residents can learn about the issues they care about where they care about them. And the best part is that these insights are at your fingertips. Because it uses the city's existing GIS parcel data set, it's extremely easy for any city to get Streetscope up and running really quickly.
And cities do not have to tear out their existing databases. Streetscope is designed to take the data as it currently exists and make it work.
Streetscope can help you standardize past data, but it also can set the stage for standardization of future data. And because it uses the city's parcel data set, it's extremely easy for any city to get up and running and create a rich portrait of your neighborhoods and your city so you can really understand what's going on. Thank you so much. Check out Streetscope and understand your city better today. Thanks.